Hello and welcome to Dell's Gaming, and this is Prison Architect, which, whilst I'm waiting for some other games to get patched, I thought I'd play a bit of this. And I know I haven't done many videos on it and the videos aren't that popular, but I thought I'd give myself a bit of a challenge game on this and get some feedback from people that are watching it as to what I should do. So the aim is generally in a small prison with fog of war and there's most of the ability set high, to do a maximum security prison and go through all of the various grants, but on a small prison, or see at least how far I can go. Now, settings I'm not going to do. Warden mode. I'm going to select a new warden because it's going to be a high security, and I'm going to be a bit authoritarian as much as I can. I'm thinking of Rita as a potential warden. I could go with the pacifier, but I think because I've got so many maximum security, I think it's best if I go with Rita on there. Let me just see. Yeah, I think we'll go for a Rita type of style. Now, fog of war, yes. Generate forest, we'll have forests. Lakes, no. Don't worry about buildings. Failure conditions, yes. We will have gangs. We will have events. We will have weather and staff needs and escape plans. No tools or feats. Now, mutations, I did look through here and there's nothing I would specifically pick on here. As such, but we're going to play on that, and if there's any ones that you think would be a good idea, I don't think I can change it afterwards, so but this will be a good start, and I'm going to limit myself. So we've got the first prison. Now the first thing I'm going to do is close down my intake. Now I think the first question is, do I start with some minimum and medium security and then move up to maximum security, or go straight to maximum security only for my prisoners? At the moment, you know, we can't take any. The aim is to go for max sec only, but I may have to do that as a little bit at a time as such. So we will hold down everything at this time. Just to, oops, my mouse seems to be clicking a little bit off. Okay, so basic aim. We've got a small map. We've got to fill this with a flipping lot of cells. So first of all, let's go and take some grants, because at the moment we've got some money, but not very much. So we're going to need to have basic administration, and we're doing basic detention center and administration center, and I can only have 2 at this moment. Okay, some basics on this. Now we can always have everything start in the center, is the usual one. Now my plan, let's do a bit of planning just in a very simple way with pathways. So we'll have the intake. Yeah, we'll have the intake still in the centre. Now, the way I like to do it is have everything segregated into areas and a central area where everyone has to be. Now, I'm thinking that roughly we'll have... okay. Yeah, the intake area and main areas here. We'll have sort of offices and those type of staff only areas up here. We'll have kitchens, etc. down here somewhere. So that'll be the kitchen area, and because we're doing max sec, we're not going to have many prisoners working in the kitchens. We might make a separate small kitchen somewhere where prisoners can work, but that might be limited. We'll put staff needs and general areas somewhere around here, and then this will be our, we'll have a central area which will be the yard. So everyone has a common yard that everyone uses and goes to, and that's also to be the main distribution point. So we're then going to have, my thinking at the moment is we have the main pathway goes in here to the yard, okay, and then each of, we're going to have different security, it's not security levels, we're going to use the cell quality to segregate our prisoners a little bit into those with the most, who are the most problematic, shall we say, and those which are less problematic. Now the more problematic ones will be close to our security area, so they're going to be in let's say they're going to be in, yeah, this sort of area. This would be our maximum security area. We'll also have, this might be a special area for things such as what's the right word, those that need to be specially looked after, possibly solitary and or special protection. And then because it's the furthest away from our guards and everything, we'll have an area down here which is quite a, which is going to be our minimum security. So then I have some quite good facilities here. We might even get them working a little bit and fulfilling things out, but they're going to be minimum. And then this is this here and here will be more normal level of security. And then we've got some random areas where we might put some joint areas where they have to share. You've got the religious leader teaching, etc. So we'll have this area as a generic. Okay, that's segregation. Obviously everything around it is going to be fenced into one level or another. We'll just start with standard fencing, I think, first, and then move on. So hopefully that's a plan to stick to, and we'll try to make things different from just the plain old cells. I'm not going to make everything a copy. I want each area to have a distinctive flavour or a different feel to each of the areas. So the first stage though is going to be creating that basic area to have our detention, canteen and the basics of what we need. But the very first I think I'm going to is put a fence around everything, because without a fence, yeah, it's going to cause problems. So we're just going to fence the whole area in, and as a very cheap way of getting an initial, in actual fact I'm going to cancel that. I eventually want to have the full scale walls, so let's bring that in to that level. So we're going to go back there, so that's going to be set our limit to all of the walls, because I think the main, what's the right word, the very tough walls need 2 blocks, so we'll put everything up to that point, except maybe we might not need it down here. I think I don't need it actually down at that level, so that's fine. I'll replace this fence eventually. Actually, I think I might have the thick wall come up in the middle here, so we'll take that to the end and take that through for the moment, and we'll get rid of that one for the moment. Okay, so that's going to get them building that fencing, and for my planning I'm going to just quickly make these squares rather than these big blocks by using the wall tool. So that's now squared off, and we're going to need to do some basic building. So we'll start off so our guys can start building that fences around it. Now first thing I'm going to do is reassign where things like the storage etc is going to be. So we'll put storage, I think, somewhere over here. Now one thing I do actually want to do before I do that is I want to secure this outside area as well. So we're going to need some more I need to allow for that. We are going to need some more fencing, but I will hold on that for this moment. But let's change where the deliveries go for the moment. So I don't want... We're going to change the deliveries to be a small delivery area. Now I was trying to work out the best way to do this. Now I think I'll have it... yeah, we still need it on this side. Yeah, okay, we're going to put it just there. 8 sections there, and I'm going to actually change this fence, remove the fencing there, because I don't think I will have the fence there. We'll possibly bring everything down to that spot. Okay, next we'll have garbage. Where's the... We'll have the garbage area here. We'll put that to the opposite side, so we don't need that here. We're going to put that near, let's say we have a roadway door there, just as they're going out, before they go out. Back one, say about there for garbage, and then we're going to have storage, which is anything that won't go into the delivery area. We will put in, where's the storage? We'll put up here for the moment. We're going to need electricity, so we put some storage just there, and then utilities. We're going to need electricity, power station, and water. Now we can either create what I've done in the past, I tend to do is create a central unit here and then pope it across the road. Now I'm going to do that for the main area, but the other areas I might have to give them some of their own power systems. So we just have a single power station here. Now we want it there in one, just let's say just there, and the water station just one above it. And so that means that electricity, and we're going to need some capacitors, so we can't let's just see. I think I've made that too close to the edge. Oh no, we won't be able to use the very edge, because that will be the fence that we're going to put in, and we'll put some there, and we're going to need an electrical cable. We'll run along this central pathway as a distribution point, and the same with a large water pipe will also go along here and then get distributed out, and we'll put switches and other parts off of that as we need to. Okay, so that's got those as a basic utilities started off, and I'm thinking of having a roadway up here. So how close is that storage to what we've got here now? Where's the storage gone? It always moves around, which is really annoying at times. So okay, that was okay. How high up to the top was this? We can go up to that there. So we'll go up here a little bit like that as storage for the moment. So we've got plenty of storage, at least temporarily. We don't need too much, and also the garbage can go onto the edge of the road a little bit, I think. We'll just see if that will work. Let's see if we can put a bit of garbage onto that. Can't go onto the road, but you can go onto the edge of the road. Okay, that gives us plenty of storage while we're building, and that delivery area we can sort out. Now, first thing I'm going to need to do is going to be this our office area. So and in that case I might as well demolish this fencing and take this area as high as I can. Let's just take all of that fencing out so that it's all taken out. We'll put it back in again in a minute. We have a nice brick, I think, around here. And now offices, which we're going to need in here. We're going to need some offices, and we're going to need possibly a staff area, etc. We'll put all into these. So they've got to be 4x4. So we've got to be at least 6 now, depending if we want a corridor. Now I could either, I want to make these look good, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be the external wall, and if I want a corridor on here, 1, 2, so we'll take it up there actually. I'm just going to take it all the way to the end, like that. Okay, let's clean up that planning. So as a staff area, we can put a, we have the staff door coming in there, so that should, hopefully they should build that up and make that a nice area to use. And then I can use the fencing I've got coming back here to build around the edge. That's fine. Now, we've got this delivery area here. I'm thinking that this area around the deliveries, one thing we're going to need is a reception and holding cell initially, which is something we need for the starting starter of the start of the first grant anyway. So potentially, let's see if we've got deliveries going in there. Okay, we will have, let's take this planning out of here for a second. Okay, right, so now we will go foundations. We're gonna put, that's our delivery area where everything gets delivered through this little gap here. We'll say it's going to have to come through the main gate. We might actually have a little bit of a gap, then the main gate, so you can get through. We'll have an area here, I think. Yeah, we will extend that out there a little bit. That goes there, that's fine. Then that delivery area, we'll have, we can extend the deliveries out a bit. Reception area doesn't need to be that big, so we could have the reception area from here. I have like something like about, yeah, something like about there, just going to be the prisoner reception area. So we have that in there, and it's going to need jail door, so only guards can go in and out of this when they're escorting prisoners, which is fine. So that's the reception area, is going to be in that area. Then we'll have the holding cell, I think, next to it. We'll have the main entrance to the jail just here, the other side of the reception area. So once they've got the prisoner, they take him out and take them into wherever the next area will be, and we'll start with a holding cell in this area. And we'll go with bricks still at the moment. So holding cell, does it have actually a room requirement? 5x5. Okay, so it's got to be at least 5x5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take it out to the external wall. So there should be plenty. And we can break that up into the reception area and a holding cell next to it. So we now just got to wait for them to get building a little bit. Since I'd already set this up, I'm going to say that there and there will be the main jail doors. So everything else I'm going to build has got to fit in with that particular area. Now we have the canteen. We have a large staff canteen which will be inside and have staff doors. So a staff door that side and a staff door here, I think, to allow access in and out for the basically the staff wanting to get food, etc. So we'll put that in. That might need to yeah, I think we can also then demolish some of this fence down here as well. To fit in with there, so we take it all the way up. So we'll do another brick building. We'll have a nice bit of brick at the moment. From there all the way up, and we'll take it to, yeah, we'll take it level. Yep, so that's going to be our canteen and possibly some other stuff. Anything that needs to be done with staff level access. This will not be accessed by the prisoners at all. So obviously I'm going into some of these areas. I might take out these planning. The planning's only ever done, it was only ever really, what should we say, potential where I would like things, not actually where they're going to eventually go. So we'll put a door, one door actually this way, so they can get out to the garbage easy enough, and then we'll have a door. Okay, we have a nice largish area maybe here. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, this will be a fairly well monitored area, I think. So this will be a key area. So yeah, I think we're okay just putting staff, a double staff door in there to allow the cooks to get out and deliver the food to the canteens in each of the areas. So let's just speed everything up and get these first bits. The first bits I need to get done is the offices. So I need to get this office block sorted first. So they've got the area just about done, ready to put offices in. So we'll start at the bottom, and an offices, I think I said it was 4x4, I think it needed to be. Each one, let's just remind myself. Office is 4x4. Okay, so we will include things in a wall. Now you could just do these as let's set these out first. So we can just do 4x4, 4. There we go. Wait, 1 and 4x4. Gap. 4x4. Gap. 4x4. Gap. 4x4. We don't end up with a little gap at the top. So yeah, we won't. We'll put a 4x4 in there at the moment, but it might be the top might be cut on something else, like the armory, as an example. So this first one, let's now put some walls around them, because I think it's worth having walls around your office in general. So we'll just do that as a general layout. That's one place. So a nice little wall around each of them. It's wrong. Take that one out, and 2. Yeah, we won't worry about the top one, I think, for this moment. I might change that to be something else as we need it. This will be a staff room down the bottom, and then we just need a door to each of these. Don't need a door, but I like the idea of having a door. And then first we'll put the basic requirements in, except for simply the filing cabinet, and then we have that as we hire people. So start with down here, and the filing cabinet will go in here, possibly for the warden's office. So oops, no, that's not that one there. Let's put it in that one there. So that will be the first person we need is a Rita. We'll need her office, so we've put her there, but hasn't got an office just yet. But that's fine. And then this will become the staff room in general. Staff room, visitation. There we go. So this will become a staff room eventually. Sofa and a drinks machine. Put the absolute minimum in here to start off with. There we go. We start with that and work backwards from that point. Oops, hadn't realised that it had gone on to paused for some reason. Right, we've also got this area is ready. This will be a very large kitchen area. We'll give it the minimum to start off with. So we'll have a sink which can go over this side. Sinks can be over here, so make sure it's the right way around. Yep, that can go over here. And then we'll put the ovens, which is the bit which it does need first, where the food comes from, over this side. A little gap. One, we'll just put two, and then the fridges we'll put, see, we'll have a bit of a gap. Some more ones go down there. And then we can have some fridges over this side. Gap, one, two. We'll have two of those. We'll just let those build. That's the minimum I need. I need some bins in there as well. Does it come under bin? Yes, it does. Come under bin. Right, we'll put some bins over there and also by the door, so they're ready. They can put them in there instead of traipsing into the garbage every time. We'll just drop it in the middle of nowhere. Right, these will need a little bit of electricity, so we'll just put an electricity cable into each of them. And the sinks will need some water, so we'll put that down there for the moment as well. So has Rita now has her office. It's not fully complete, but since it is there, we can now start unlocking finance. So Rita is going to be working on finance, and we can set one next to it here. Put the filing cabinet up in that corner. That's going to be ready for the accountant once we are able to hire them. Now, the entrance and exit to the staff room, I've put it there. I'm actually wondering whether people should have to go out the main gate and into here. So we could have the staff room exit here. I'm actually going to set that up. So I'm going to set that as being the staff room entrance. And then I'm going to dismantle this door and replace it with a brick. Now, it means they do have to go in and out of the front door to get to the restroom, but yeah, I don't think that's to be a major problem. They're not always in the restroom. So fridges need a little bit of electricity as well, so we'll just I'll have some banks of them come down there, so it'll be just easier to go like that, I think. And that'll be ready to, and I'll just add in more fridges, cookers, etc. as we need it, because I think, as I said previously, apart from possibly some over here, we won't get many prisoners working except for what is needed to get the grants. This is our key bit. We're just going to do this for the level of the grants we need. Deliveries can come down a little bit further, I think, there. So let's say rooms. The delivery area can extend down a little further. I need to dismantle that for some reason. Demolish that bit of fence, thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Then fill in that deliveries just to make sure it's all there. Yep, that's all deliveries. Right, now in centre we need some flooring. Now what I like to do here is especially in this first part, is I put a load of gravel. Now it may sound daft, but I actually don't want them going too quickly over here, because I also want some metal detectors, which are a bit expensive, but they detect anything that's being brought in by potential people smuggling things in. So where's the reception? So this is going to be reception, and this will be the holding cell. So we will now do minimum. We need to do holding cell first, so that's okay. Toilet and a bench, but we'll put a few other bits in there here as well. So we'll start with the absolute requirements, which is we'll put the bench potentially there, and we're going to put a toilet in here, a couple of toilets just to put them in there, and we will put a bed or two in here just to allow for anybody that has a requirement for sleep, at least allow that to go through. And then the reception area, I think, is a table, desk and chair. Okay, so we've got going to put a table over that side, a chair over here, and which way should we have it? We have it there, and then a desk, I think, is the other requirement. There we go, so we can be checking them as they come through. Is that the way around? Yeah, that's the way around. That looks good to me. So let's just check everything is we've got a solid perimeter. So our fence is complete around the edge. Good. So we're not going to be letting anyone out if they suddenly decide to get through or try to get out of our system immediately. Right, we need to just do a little bit of pipe work here for the toilets. There we go. And oh, we need to set up the yard now. Okay, yard. So this is going to be the yard area. And we're going to fence it in, so it will have its own fence around the yard. There we go. We'll take out these. I'm going to take out these planning sections now, because I know what I'm going to do. So let's just freehand it from now on, I think, because they are getting in my way. Oh. Right, and then we're going to have doors on the fences that allow people into the yard. So we're going to have from here come in 1, 2 there, and then we'll have from the special needs potentially from the easy care and from, oh no, that's normal security, and minimum security. Now at the moment we haven't got any, what else do we need? We need a canteen for this, an initial canteen. So this is going to be our fairly high security area in this upper area first. So although I'm going to have to put some sort of fencing in here, I think, just to block everything off whilst we are working on these systems. And it's gone into no, that was it. Went into pause mode again. So that's done a blank off, so we can blank off those areas. We have got doors though on these two here, so really we should eventually have to, what I'm going to do is build another fence all the way around this, and just remove the fence once we have a need for that section. So it's like basically ring fenced everything in, as the name suggests. Okay, canteen then. So canteen, I think I'll put that near the yard. The first canteen. Now we're going to start, this will be a nice little concrete building, I think. We'll start building with some concrete. And we're going to start, let's see, it's going to go there, see, there and there. So that will be the first point. Allow them to go around the edge a little. Doesn't need to be overly big at the moment. Let's start with that there. We just put a standard door in here. There we go. And because it is the canteen, we're going to need a metal detector just outside of it to get them from all the contraband they're doing. They're going to be bringing in there. And it's going to need, see, rooms. I need to wait for that to be built before I can assign the room. Anything else I'm going to need? 2 guards and 2 cooks. Well, let's get that done, and we'll be close to, I think, making our way in. We can now hire the accountant. There we go. And we can hire 2 guards. And we can hire 2 cooks. So the only thing we now need is, oh, we've got to build a shower block. Okay, I need a shower block. But that's going to be, I think, needs to be part of the high security, which is going to be here, prison block. So, yeah, I will build, this will be our, we'll have a small prison block here, I think. Not a dormitory, it'll be single cells. This will be for the, let me think this one through a quick little bit. Let's just block that one in there. And then what if I go solitary over here? Yeah, this is going to be a solitary confinement area. So let's get this built. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to have, I'll make it out of brick. We'll make this first one out of brick. This is going to be, yeah, solitary confinement. Let's put solitary confinement in here. We're going to have to rebuild, once it's built, I'm going to have to rebuild these walls, which is really annoying. I have to do that, but I've got to do it. And then we'll have a concrete area here. Let's think. We'll have a bit of a gap, and then we're going to have a cell block in here. Does that be enough? To put a cell in, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that would be a single 7. That's going to do a cell block like that. Or I can do a 3, 6, 7 in the center, so that's a 9 meters like that, and then I need at least 4, 8. Don't need too many cells. This is going to be only about 6 cells. I think this will be the very high security. So a nice bit of a shower. So they need to be 3 long. So that's 4 times 1, 2, 3. 3 fours is 12. Plus a wall at each end. Plus a couple for a shower room at one of the ends. Just there. Okay, that's going to be there. Oh, sometimes it takes a little while. I need to have a jail door just here. We'll just wait for that to get built. So, oh, okay, we've got this. They've got the canteen ready to be done. So let's get the canteen laid out. Again, objects. We're going to need serving table. Yeah, put a serving table there, a table there, and then some benches. And we will put a toilet in here in the corner, because sometimes there's the odd person that just gets, should we say, caught short. So let's just put some utilities in there for that, and anywhere else that might need some utilities that we haven't done so far. We might need some electrical cable going in there as well. We'll just put that into there, and we'll have some electrical cable going up the wall here. Anywhere else need anything at this moment? No, we're okay everywhere. We will again, we're gonna put, I like using lots of metal detectors. It's potentially must be used a few too many in some ways, but I do like using metal detectors wherever I can. Right, we've got this in here now, so I can start planning for what I was going to do for these cells. So first of all, I'm going to do the basic one here, like that. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that could be a cell down there, and then we'll do but the other way round. So now we might be able to get one more cell in the end there, just as an extra cell. It's got to be 3x2, so it's got to be at least that wide. So okay, that's not going to fit in as well as I would like. That'll fit in as a shower area. Okay, that's going to be a cell. So let's do the shower. Shower room, shower. Will be there, and it's going to simply have some drains here, and then some shower heads at each end like that. We'll need some water. And we're going to need water also for the toilets, which will be against the inner wall. Haven't worked out what I'm going to do on that end bit yet, I must admit. I don't think I can put another cell in that area, annoyingly. Let's do all the other ones first though. Jail doors. Yeah, we've just got that area at the top. Annoyingly, doesn't quite fit in to the plan. I don't think I can put another door in, because then that will stop it being a 3x3 as far as the cell goes, because the cell has to be that size. So this is only to be a 6. What have we got? We've got 6 people in there. Yeah, it's a bit awkward how to put a door in there. Let me see if I put that, it might. Okay, we're going to have to hold that as a separate area at the moment. But okay, why haven't we got because of our holding cell has unfortunately got destroyed. There we go, and we need to allow for this to be solitary confinement, so we don't have all the solitary cells in here. And what I'm going to do is in here, rooms, objects have solitary door on each of these, and there's a main entranceway. We'll have one a little bit larger than the others for in case someone's a little bit bigger than the other prisoners, solitaries. So they have to go through the reception to get into solitary, which is fine by me. Okay, so we've got cell, and if I just to stop people wandering around too much, what I can do is put a bit of fence work in just there, there, and there, and they will stop being moved around. And we have fulfilled the first couple of requirements for our grants, and I think we're fairly much ready to see if we can have some prisoners come in. So as an intake, we could have we can have a few prisoners each day. So if we just keep it up to max sec only, let's see if we can survive with only max sec prisoners into our prison. And we're just going to have 4 come in just for this moment, just to see if we can survive with just those 4 prisoners only. We've got a regime, so we're going to be quick. We'll have a look at our regime next, but we'll just get the prisoners come in and delivered, I think. And we've got our 4 new intake of prisoners. Now we can't see much about them. We have no information about these except he's got aggravated assault, torture, trafficking, kidnapping, perjury, and armed robbery and burglary. So we've got some nasty people here. That's why I'm limiting it to 4, and I did buy 1 extra staff. So and I think I might just get 1 more. So we've at this moment going to have 1 guard for each of our prisoners effectively. And we'll just let them go through the initial intake and reception, and we'll see if they go into the relevant areas. Now we have no cells, they're all just going to go into the holding areas. So I will start putting our 6 cells ready. So the cells are now actually they'll get built once the items there. They've been put into the holding area for the moment, and we'll be able to see how they perform, how they react with our guards and our other areas. So that's the first little bit. Now they're not going to be too happy at the beginning, but we're going to have to just see how it all goes. There is some areas I'm not 100% happy with at the moment. Mostly the kitchen is going to be the place they're going to try and get through, I think. But we're going to have to restrict access, maybe put a bit of an extra extra door or 2 into some of these areas, but they're okay for the moment. And being next to this entrance point, we should keep good visibility on them most of the time, hopefully. Now that's not good there, but hopefully we'll be okay. So what is next on the plan other than getting these cells built? The next grants, which I will take now, but we will what we're going to have to plan for is won't worry about investments, although I will have to take those because the idea is to do all of these grants. So we will get cell block A, which is our 15 prisoner system, and we will do the prison maintenance. I think next time we'll do those, and I think next time we should be able to get a few more bits and pieces sorted as well, extra staff, so that we can open up more than just 2 grants. But for next time, let me know. What do you think? Styles for the prison blocks. At the moment I've done prison block, but I may change that for each area. I think this will be individual prisons for each of the inmates. In this will be the high security section of the prison, so I want them in individual cells, small groups, so they can't work together too easily, and they'll be well away from the fences, and they'll be right next to the main security. But some of the others I might make a different style. We will have to have a protective custody area and a few other exceptions to some of the systems, but we'll work through that as we open that up. But any other suggestions would be handy as to how I can go through how far I can get through with these grants. Oh, we've already got some problems. We've got someone who is going to caused problem with one of our people, so we're going to put him into solitary for 24 hours, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do some regimes and that, so this is going to be problematic. I think we're going to need more guards. Going for maximum security straight away, this is going to be difficult, but that's half of it, is getting through this with maximum security people. So I think, yeah, let me have a think about it, but suggestions on the order. I think I need to get being able to segregate the various areas a little bit would be a primary. Until next time, hopefully you'll enjoy this one, and keep playing the game and have fun.